Today we are going to be doing a fun video on decorating a hat. So I've been wanting to do one of these for a little while, and I found a couple great hats at the Dollar Tree. So we are going to decorate one of those. So let me get panned down and we'll get started. So I was at the Dollar Tree the other day and I found these straw hats. So they have this small one. Isn't that adorable? So this would be really cute, I think, for a little girl's room. It's very small and it would just be perfect for a cute little decoration on it. And then I also found these larger hats. So I think these are both really fun. And we're going to decorate one of the larger ones. I'm going to do a different video on decorating the smaller one. So the first thing I'll do is to take this little ribbon that's on it now off. It is glued on there, which of course is what I will do as well, but just want to gently pull it off. Okay, so I'm not going to use this. And I want to get, okay. So I love purple. Absolutely love purple. And I have this great ribbon. It's a 1.5 inch, which is really great for a hat like this. See how it just fits this hat very well. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this. And first thing we're going to do is we're just going to wrap it. And we're going to glue this part on. Sorry. So I will just snip this off here. You just want to get enough to go around the brim of the hat. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a bow. So I'm going to make, let's start off with 4-inch loops in the back. Is that what we have here? Yep. Okay, about 4 inches. Alright, and remember, you always want to have some excess. So I'm just going to make 2 basic loops here. Make sure they match. They do. Okay. And another set. Same size. There we go. And another. Okay. So this ribbon is actually the same on both sides, so you don't really have to twist it. When you get to the center, it's really just up to you. Let's do one more loop. So we're going to do 4 on each side. Okay. Here we go. Now I'm going to trim this off. I want to keep some excess there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to get some wire. I'm going to use some of the bowdabra wire. Okay, so I'm going to take some of the bowdabra wire. And I'm going to slip it right in between Then I'm going to take this whole piece and I'm going to place it down. Just like that. That way I don't have to keep holding it while I'm trying to do other things. Alright. So I'm also going to get my glue gun going here. I already have my electric skillet going with some glue back here. It just takes regular glue. And I'm going to be using these flowers. Now we may add in some others, but I know for sure I want to use these. You see how pretty they are with this ribbon? And they're purple. So I'm going to cut some tails. And I want long tails. So one is going to be a yard. Okay. And the other one is going to be 32 inches. There we go. So all I want to do is find the center. And I'm just going to press it down so that I know where the center is. Just like that. Okay. Now, let's see if this is not quite ready. So what I can do while I'm waiting on my hot glue gun to get ready is I am going to push up the leaves on my flower here. Okay, whoops. Okay, not quite that hard. So if you do like me, just go back and put it back on. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so we're going to cut this. Let's see how much I cut off. About 7 inches. So I'm just going to cut at some various lengths. And we'll be able to figure out if it's too long or too short as we go along. Okay. Alright. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to find the center. So here's our center. And when you're putting ribbon on something like this, you kind of have to angle it to get it to lay flat. So you want to start in the center, and I'm gluing from the top. And so the reason I'm gluing from the top is because if you start off gluing from the bottom, what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of buckle as you go around. Okay? So you want to glue from the top, right here, and you want to give it a minute to make sure it's gluing well. Okay? Then we're going to put some more. So we're going to put some more glue on the sides here, and you want to pull it and make sure it's adhering to the hat, just like this. Okay, you want to do the other side. So put a good bead up at the top, pull on it just like that. Alright. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to put some glue on the end and very carefully pull it and glue it down. Okay? Because you're going to need that angle. Oh. Ah, there we go. Okay. This one got off a tiny bit. So. And you can put glue in a few spots along the way. But see, what's going to happen is you're going to end up with a little V in the back. Okay? And this is not something you need to worry about because you're going to put your bow here. Okay? If you see any spots that need a little bit of attention, just go ahead and correct them before you move on, as it gets more and more difficult to do that as the glue gets a little bit stiffer. So there we go. So you see how it's adhered to the hat. All right. Now, we're going to have our hat like this, okay? So what we're going to do now is we are going to pull our bow back out, okay? And I'm going to twist these around so that they're facing the back. And I'm going to put my two tails in. So I'm just taking the center of my tails, putting them right at the back of the bow, and then I'm going to tie it off. You want this to be as tight as you can make it. Okay, there we go. So make it tight, tight. All right. Now you can pull your little bow out. Oh, I love this color. There we go. So this is going to be where we're going to put our bow. Okay? Now there's two different ways you can do this. So this can be the bottom, okay? And then you have these lovely streamers hanging down. Or it can be the side. Either way, you can have these really nice streamers hanging down. If you do it on the side, then you pull them around like this. If you do it at the bottom, then you want them to be more spread out on the sides like this. So we're actually going to do it on the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little wire here. I'm going to get a nice clean edge on it. And this is a straw hat, so I'm going to stick it right through these little holes. Okay. I'm using the bowdabra wire because it's nice to work with. The color works out very well for a straw hat since it's gold. Okay, so once you get both ends through, then you can just flip the hat over and tie it off. You see how well this blends with the hat. Okay, and then you can just trim this off. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, now I'm just kind of moving the bow around. I can fluff it again. Okay. There we go. Now, so you just want to do each one of these like this and gently pull it out. So there you see how you have these nice little curls. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to start putting in some flowers. So we have these beautiful sun daisies, and we have this nice delicate little flower. I love these. They just look so delicate. Okay. If I can get the price tag off. There we go. All right. I also have this wonderful palm leaf. So we're going to use a little bit of this for greenery. And so what I'm going to do is I want my flowers to come up just on this one side. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and there's a couple ways you can do this. You can just glue right in underneath your bow here. You could also put a tiny block of styrofoam here. If you're worried about it coming loose, you can hide it underneath your bow. You can also stick it through your straw. The other thing you can do is kind of put them together like this. And take some. So what I'm doing is varying the lengths here. Okay. Then I'm going to tape them together. Because this is a straw hat, there's not as much surface to glue things on. So if you do this and make it into a bunch, then you only have one area to glue on. So it's just kind of a little easy cheat thing you can do. Alright, you can kind of spread them out. We can even add on our beautiful flowers doing that. I am taking this and bending this wire so that the flower is actually facing. So it's going to be facing front.
Hi.
Hi. So I want to do the same thing with these. I want to have different lengths. So this one actually looks really great with these. And then we can kind of put this one out to the side a little. So you just want to play around with it until you get a good combination. And then you can tape them together. Here we go. There we go. So then when we put it in, we already have a whole bunch together. Okay? We can take some of this. Okay, and we can just have some greenery coming out. In different places. So what I'm doing is just figuring out where I want everything to go. And once I get that figured out, then I will glue some things down. So let's see. I think we should have a flower out here to the side. And one up here. What do you think, buddy?
It's good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Me too. All right.
All right.
So maybe just a little bit more of this. What I can do is bend it so that it's kind of coming out here. Ooh, that's good. Let's do another one of those. Okay. Yes. I think that's good. So now I have my placement set. Now we can start gluing things in. So what we're going to do is take everything back out. And we're going to start with this little bunch that we made. Okay. And I'm going to run it through my glue here. I'm going to lift up my bow and I'm going to stick it down right in there. You can also take your glue gun and run a little bead and glue some of that down as well. Okay? Then I'm gonna run this in the glue here. Put that down there. Okay. There we go. All right. We need to put some of our greenery in. Hiding it behind that little bush right there. Okay. We need to put our cute little stems in. Okay. Okay. Stick this one in. There we go. So you're always going to have these little glue strings, and that's okay. You can just get your hairdryer out and run your hairdryer over it, and that will get rid of those little stray strands because they can be very aggravating. All right, let's put one more of these. I'm going to put it right down here so I can hide all that there. All right. I think we need just a little bit more of this. So, alrighty. Just gonna kind of stick this down in the center. Ooh, that's looking pretty. Okay. So we have one more flower. So fold it so it's facing forward. Run it through your glue. And slip it in like that. There we go. I like that. So we've created a lot of volume in our hat. I want to kind of move it over so that it's going in this direction. We had just a little bit too much on a straight line. Okay, there we go. There, that's better. Okay, just a little bit more right in here. Okay, there we go. Wonderful. Then you can take greenery of your choice and just fill in any spots that you see. There we go. Just remember, when you're gluing these down, you want to make sure that you're gluing it to something so that it will stay. So that was the reason why we started out with that bunch, because then I'm kind of gluing everything onto that bunch. That just makes it a lot easier. Okay. So I want to put one more flower right up here. Maybe right there. Okay. There we go. Okay. There. There we go. Wonderful. So one more piece of bamboo and I think we are good to go. Okay. Right here. There we go. Wonderful. All right, now there's a couple of ways that you can hang these. So you can just flip it over and you can put a little tie right here. You can also take more of your ribbon and you can make a little hanger and attach it underneath, that is really adorable as well. But there you have it. There's our decorated hat. Let's see if I can pull this up a little bit so you can see it. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this and it gives you an idea of something that you can do. And you know, I added a lot because I really like that. But you don't have to add this much. It's really strictly up to what you like. Okay, so make sure to like and subscribe and let me know what you thought. And I will be back with more fun projects soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.